Ha 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 ha. It is April 13th, 2022, 7:16 p.m. TJ made a comment on the last cartoon about all the haters and stuff, the Republican groomers, saying, weird how the mass shooter in New York looks nothing like these people, in the cartoon. Because apparently you have to shoot up a subway car full of people to be a hater. And he says, also, TJ, one incident does not, disprove anything here, because the number one cause of terrorism in this country, the greatest terrorism threat in this country is white nationalists. This is a fact. You can't just take one incident in the news and go, well, okay then, it's white people, we racists are not racist. You don't have to shoot up a car full of a subway car full of people to be a hater. You can just be a moron who comments on YouTube. You can be the kind of moron that says, you'll ignore the story, of course. The funny thing is, you actually left that comment after this cartoon was posted. Hours after this cartoon was posted. Seriously, dude, you put a little bit of pause in your step, you won't come off looking like a moron so often. Oh, you've done that before. Accused me of ignoring a subject and then just being bitten by it. All right. Rob Cortino says, I made the point better without the Klansman in the last cartoon, and he liked that. Thank you, Robert. I really appreciate that. And then we just talked about frustrating when you mention stuff and people don't take notice. Yeah, I was talking about the cartoon where I did a cartoon and then Lukovich did the same idea, basically. That's the frustrating thing to me isn't Lukovich, because I like Lukovich. He's a really good guy, and I know that he didn't see my cartoon. He's not the kind of guy that would do that. The frustrating thing to me is that the same people that comment on my cartoon, like one day on Go Comics and the next day will comment on his, and they just totally missed that they just saw the same cartoon, that they saw that I did it. Unless they're just being nice and they don't comment. I mean, people aren't required to do that. Hey, somebody already did that. And I've done that before too, come right behind somebody and do the same thing and everything, and maybe it's frustrating to them also. Maybe it is. I should probably consider that. I'm more irritated in the moment when I first see it. The next day, I'm not as irritated by it. I mean, it does happen. One time, I did a cartoon, and I posted it, and 5 minutes later, Lukovich did this very same idea. And it was when Steve Bannon went home to spend time with his family, and his family was a bunch of Klansmen. Speaking of Klansmen, he did the same thing 5 minutes after I did it. That was a huge coincidence. So, it literally was a coincidence. And I messaged him and said, dude, we both did it within 5 minutes of each other. It wouldn't have mattered if he was first or I was first, if it's 5 minutes. Trust me, nobody stole it. I feel okay sometimes when I have the same idea as people like Lukovich or Matt Davies. I've had him over the past couple of months. I've had 2 or 3 or very close to something that Davies has done. And I pointed out to Davies once, hey, I'm the one who did this one first and stuff like that. But he's like Lukovich. He's a great guy, friend, and he's definitely not a thief. Not at all, and no more than I am. But that means I'm not a thief either, idiots. Anybody listening to this? Anyway, it is something that I might focus on more than other cartoonists, maybe. This cartoon was fun to draw, but it was also a lot of work. So tomorrow, I should probably just draw stick figures. Sometimes it's just hard to place everybody where you want them and to make everything mesh with the background and the other people. And one person, I tried to make a lady, then it was just I was just having too much trouble getting her to run with a skirt or just how I wanted her legs. I just fuck it, I'm going to make it another dude. I want to make it another dude. I got a couple of women in this cartoon, but probably not enough. So, and I knew the shooter was black. Oh, well, the suspect was black, so I knew that, but he's also wearing a gas mask. So, hey, you never know, though. He's still a suspect, innocent until proven guilty. So it might turn out to be anything, but this guy probably did it. This guy probably did it. He seems like it, just from everything that adds up, the timeline of all the stuff. I want to know what he's ruling about in those videos. All I keep hearing about is hate and race and the New York mayor, and he wants to kill people. But I haven't heard anything specific details. What was it about race that pissed him off? What was it about the homeless and subways that pissed him off? Anyway, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.